Hi, I'm Charlene. I've been with the American Institute of Consumer Studies for over 15 years. I live in Winter Springs, Florida, and I love to travel.
On this episode of Candid Corners, we sit down with field interviewer Charlene McCauley to discuss the many different aspects of being a field interviewer and what exactly it takes to be successful in the field. Charlene has been with the company for over 15 years and is able to draw from that experience to talk about many topics, from daily strategy to tackling reworks and answering common questions at the door. We hope you enjoy this conversation with Charlene McCauley.
Hello, my name is Charlene. I work for the American Institute of Consumer Studies. I'm following up on a letter that was mailed to your home. I'm collecting data for market research purposes for businesses in your community about your media and shopping habits. You will receive $80 cash for your participation, $40 today for answering questions, and $40 for doing a booklet that will tell businesses where you shop and eat. I like being away from home and not have to cook for 14 nights. That may sound hilarious to some, but no, I really do like the job. I like not having to, I can start when I want, I can stop when I want, I can work as many hours as I want, just as long as I do my work and I can have fun in between. Not all assignments are created equal, as we know. You can do 30 interviews on one trip and 15 on the next. So you just have to prepare yourself and accept that fact. Anybody that's outgoing, loves people, you have to also love dogs, children, cats. You might have one crawl on your lap or jump on you, but just being friendly and basically just be yourself, but you have to be outgoing. The biggest challenge are gated communities. Living in the state of Florida, we do have a lot of gated communities. I sometimes will follow a car in if there's not a guard. If there is a guard, there isn't any way you're getting in there. You aren't going to bribe him. You just are not going to get in there. My favorite place is Louisville, Kentucky. The people are very down to earth. It's one of my favorite places to work. I have many neighborhoods there that are not gated, but say no soliciting. And I still do well. I make sure that when I do my introduction that I not only say who I am, I show them my badge, I include the address of where I'm at, and that I'm collecting data for market research for businesses in their community, that their opinions will decide what types of stores, what they sell, and how they advertise to them to improve their services. Just be yourself, leave notes on doors, take notes, like if there's a red car in the driveway and you're there today at 10 a.m. and later you go back and you see now there's 3 cars in the driveway, there's other people home. So the red car might be just an extra car and it might not have been anyone at home in the first place. So take notes. Well, there's many days that you say to yourself, why am I doing this? and you quit 50,000 times over the years. But I like the flexibility of working 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, still being even able to have a life at home with family and friends, and just the flexibility of the job in general. You will influence what's being bought and sold. You'll keep your favorite products in your zip code. If you're buying something, say, at Rite Aid, and you're only buying one item, Walgreens and CVS could see what you're buying there, and they may sell that. So now you might only have to go to one store instead of 3. Just to be positive, make sure that they understand exactly what you're doing, that you're not selling anything, and that this is important because they are representing manufacturers to be able to place their products to improve services to the consumers. I try to get the orange card in their hand. Most people will make an educated decision. I know that I'm a stranger at your door, but you do receive a gift of cash. I tell them how much, and I encourage them to go to the website and let me come back another day. Not everybody will allow that, but some do. Sometimes it's just a matter of the timing that you are at the house. It doesn't have anything to do with you personally. Just maybe they're going somewhere. So you could say something like, oh, maybe now might not be a good time, but please go to the website. I'll leave you my name and number. And once again, the orange card, use the tools. The tools are free. Okay, sometimes people do not want to sort the cards, or they say, I don't read any magazines. So I reread it saying, they don't have to belong to you. They could be in your home, someone else's home, any other place at all, such as a beauty shop, barber shop, doctor's office, etc. And I just explained that the companies would like you to touch the cards because they'd like to have all of those companies represented, that I have some paperwork to do while you're doing that. That's usually when I write my name in the back of the product booklet, put the $40 with a marker on the front of the booklet. I like to start somewhat early in the morning, but my early might be different than other people's early. Some states people get up really early, like in Pennsylvania, where I just worked recently, they get up super early. So it wasn't an issue to be knocking on anybody's door between 9 and 9:30. In Florida, that doesn't work. People tend to sleep in. So you'll find different areas are different. The last 2 gated communities I have had, the person has actually shared the gate code with me after I got in. And I did very good in there. And sometimes I won't get any in the gated community, and sometimes I'll get just about everyone. Locked apartment buildings, I actually sit outside, wait for somebody to come home, and you can ask a stupid question like, do you live here? And then explain what you're doing, and they might be one of the people that you need. You don't have to go in their house. You can sit outside on a little bench if there's something there, sit in your car if it's hot or snowing, and just make the respondent feel comfortable. Okay, so when I place the product booklet, when I do my introduction, I've already told them I'm going to leave them a book. Always explain to them that they don't have to be home, that if they finish before the day that you are going to pick it up, they can call you. Make sure your number's in the back. Make sure that you write the amount that they're going to get for the product booklet and where to put the book if they are not home. For instance, between the doors, under the mat in a plastic bag so the book cannot get wet. I buy thank you notes. If the people are friendly enough and will do the book, they deserve a thank you note. The money goes in the thank you note. Actually am probably one of the few interviewers that does like reworks. I must be nuts, but I feel like sometimes the reworks are easier than the work I am given. So I study the reworks. I look to see what day of the week the other interviewer was there, what time, and it will tell you the story. These people must work. They weren't there at 10. They weren't there at 2. They weren't there at 4. And so you pick a strategy. So you're not sitting in a neighborhood all day if everybody's working, but there's always, I've had entire neighborhoods of retirees where I worked all day in there doing a rework. I pretend like there hasn't been anybody there. I feel like this is the first attempt and it's me, and I have a different approach than other people. Not everyone will do the interview. It doesn't matter whether it's a rework or not a rework. You just have to move on and not let it get to you personally. It doesn't really have anything to do with people personally. It sometimes is the timing of when you knock on the house. Did they just come home with groceries? Are they sick? Did they just have a death in the family? I just pretend like I'm the only person that's been there. I didn't have any experience before I did this, and this is the first time I've worked for anybody since 1977. I've always had my own business, and my advice to a new person is just be friendly. I get 3 no's in a row too, and then I know, okay, time for a break. Go get some frozen yogurt, or go read a book, or just go for a walk. And then start again. Change clusters. Do anything. You don't want other people's negativity to show when you go to the next house, because it also will be a no. When you first start, your heart is beating so fast that you swear that the people on the other side of the door are hearing it. And you're very intimidated by $1 million homes. Doesn't bother me anymore because everybody's broke at a different level. Why did this person do it and this person did not do it? I have interviewed an NFL player and coaches to NFL teams that have been retired, and you never know who you're going to talk to. It's not about the money. It's about the purpose of the study.